Greetings! I will, by the end of this run, hopefully have a pitch-perfect Vulgrim impression. Hello, and welcome back to Darksiders 3. It's a new day. It is the 29th of November today, and I have still managed to remain unspoiled. Which is great, because it means that I've got another evening of maybe getting through this without some jackass ruining something for me. We're quite some way off, I imagine, the end of the game, though. We've still not got one of the hollows. We've got at least one sin left. And I was thinking, did we actually capture Wrath? We stuck him in the face, and we made him fall over, but we didn't get him into the amulet. So do we have Wrath or do we not? I don't know. I don't think there has been any kind of update to the game since I last played. But we did get... You'll have to excuse me as I drink through this because I've been teaching all day and shouting at kids. We did get... Oh, I like that kind of room. We did get the Force Hollow, and that will allow us to access a lot of new content. Why do I not have any souls?
Make sure they scream, horseman.
Do we not have souls because I fed him souls?
This will be fun.
Possibly.
As you wish.
We might also not have souls because I may have died at the end of the previous episode. Oh! He's got more artifacts for sale. Interesting.
As you wish.
Interesting. So what I thought I'd do today...
What would you ask of this?
And I know this is very much going against what I said I wanted to do, in the sense of get through the game so as to not have the story spoiled for myself. I want to go back to the start. And my plan is to go through and take a look at some of the different bits and pieces. Sorry, I forgot to add the field of view thing. One thing I have seen is an awful lot of people bitching about the game's difficulty. Now, I just one-shot him. And then, over the last few episodes, especially with the bosses, you know, I've moaned about the dodge timings. And about how I feel like they could be a little bit more generous. Apparently what they've done is, I didn't know this, the dodge timings are different depending on your difficulty level. So if you're on story mode, you get a bigger invincibility window than you do on normal, than you do on challenging, and than you do on apocalyptic. So it makes it harder that way. If that is truly what they've done, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. But at the end of the day, it's not a huge problem, because even after 24 plus hours of not having played this, I'm not exactly missing the fancy dodge timings there. Now, I personally feel like the difficulty of this game on challenging is pitched pretty well. I don't think it's too difficult. I don't think it's too easy. Can I get up there with a flame hollow? Yes, I can. I hear something behind me. An angelic artifact. So yeah, I don't feel like the difficulty is too obscene. I have completed Darksiders 1 7 times, on Apocalyptic 3 times, I'm barely broken a sweat. Even in my latest playthrough, where I hadn't played in ages, I didn't find it particularly challenging. Darksiders 1 was not a challenging game. Darksiders 2 was also not really a challenging game. As soon as you got health steal weapons, it made the entire game, on the highest difficulty, an absolute breeze. And I think a lot of people are in that mindset of, well, I beat the first two on the apocalyptic difficulty, I should be able to really easily beat this on the apocalyptic difficulty. And the problem is, I think a lot of people complained about the first two, saying it was too easy. So now they've fixed it, because it is no longer easy at all on apocalyptic. They're moaning because it's too hard. Now, there's more to it than that, obviously. I'm not trying to... What is that down there? Oh, it's an enemy. It's the wind rustling through the trees. So yeah, Darksiders 2 and Darksiders 1, not difficult games. Darksiders 3 is, and I think that's really upsetting a lot of people that are used to just breezing through a lot of content. And I think that's a shame. Because I think a hardest difficulty should be hard. It should be really, really challenging. That's kind of the point of hard mode, surely. You know, for me, playing on the challenging difficulty, I am finding it challenging. Not easy, not a normal experience, but a challenging experience. And that is what I chose challenging in the first place. I didn't want to leap straight into apocalyptic because I knew in a game that was, as we found it in a lot of pre-release media, harder than the first two. We knew it was going to be harder if you paid any amount of attention. Because we knew that, I've got no problem at all with going on one of the easier difficulties to start off with. But a lot of people did not. And ooh. Another thing that people I've seen complaining about is the level up system. About how there's no point leveling up because enemies scale with you. I don't think enemies scale at the same rate that you do. You know, these guys are taking 1 to 2 hits to kill, whereas they used to take 3, maybe 4 hits. It's like, how much weaker do you want to be? Do you want to one-shot everything all the way through the game? Unless you're like really, really high level. You know, I much prefer scaling enemies. As long as they don't scale so that points that you put in attributes mean nothing at all. Because that... Excuse me, that's a bit weak sauce. I've no idea where I'm going. Oh yeah, there's an enemy there, isn't there? Another thing that I've heard people say is that the game... See, that combat was nothing. Is that the game regularly throws groups of 5 enemies at you. Really? I don't remember the game regularly throwing 5 groups of 5 enemies at me. There were a few at the start of that swampy area in the Bowlands the first time I got there where it was a little bit overwhelming. But, hello, what are you? Oh, you're a new enemy! Crap! Oh, shit! Whee! I'm out of there. Right. Hello, Fury. Okay. My plan was to do some backtracking in this episode while I talk for a bit. Not to run into some really nasty odds. Just seeing whether they would wander off. They don't seem to be wandering off. Because I remember this, that tornado from before. Oh, back away. There you go. That really surprised me. I did not expect... I was trying to work out what it was. It's like, was that a Zappy Boy? I don't really... Oh, he's not very... Oh! He's an illusion, he's a creation. Right. Take that! See, I'm doing quite a lot of damage. To be fair, I really like Fury's Havoc form. 62% arcane damage, so we are doing more. Also, Cataclysm is the name of her Triple Tempest Immolation. I didn't realise that they got names. I hadn't noticed that before. Right. I love that sound. That one. Anything hiding around here? Yeah, new enemy type. Summoner of a sort. Enemy. Oh, around here. I just want to make sure then that there's no big things that want to leap down and hit me in the face. I think I'm actually going to have to. It's better. Having the same problem that I had, whatever episode it was. The ring light was so bright that it was going to give me a headache looking at the screen. Too much glare. I'm still lit, yeah. Yeah, because you need to be able to see me. Hello. See, these enemies are not challenging, really, at all. That's an Invisiboy. But now... Now I can pull enemies. And of course the Invisiboys. Now. No. Whoa. I was going to say, the Invisiboys, not too difficult. He was closer than I thought he was going to be. And the fact that an angel flew down at the same time... yeah, I'm one-shotting these things. You didn't one-shot these at the start of the game. But, yeah, going back to my list of things that people have moaned about. Oh, the combat system's too boring. There's not enough variety. It's like, there's a load of combos? I mean, you don't have all the fancy special moves, maybe. And you don't have the execution finishers that Darksiders 1 and 2 had in varying degrees. And I kind of admit the lack of execution moves is a little bit of a loss. Not going to lie. They could have kept those in, I think. But I'm not severely hampered by the lack. Am I going to have to kill that big guy again? Oop. I'm just keeping an eye on the frame rate still. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure there aren't enough combos. I mean, you've got combos for each weapon for a start, and admittedly, you can't chain multiple weapons together, but you can only ever chain 2 types of weapons in Darksiders 2. And same with 1, really. So, I don't know. I think people are just moaning because they want to moan. I think a lot of people are trying to find things to moan about because they find it too hard. Oh, it was over here, wasn't it? But at the end of the day, if you're finding the game hard, play it on story mode. Or normal. You know, there's no shame in saying, you know what, this is a bit too tough for me. Oh, the big boy is there again. This is a terrible idea. Don't know if they're still following me. He is. Oops. Another thing with people saying is the enemy indicators for attacks aren't good enough. I kind of concur. I don't think they're as good as they could be. Oh, hello. I thought I got buffeted a second then. It's like, what hit me then? I really like this spear. I really like the spear weapon. You can stop them at... Oh! Woohoo! No, for me, the combat just makes you feel skillful when you pull it off, even. And no, to be fair, as I've said before, there are some frustrating moments. I do think the window on the dodge could do with being a little bit wider. You know, give a few more invincibility frames, but not to the extent that I'm going to absolutely slate the game. I am very much enjoying it. A piece of adamantine. This is me going backwards and revisiting areas that I thought I'd missed things in. I can also put a... do I put that in there? Ooh. Ah, could we not get to this before? Can we jump over here? This is probably a bad idea.
A demon!
Oh no, that's a human. Hello.
Can you get me out of here?
I think that's number 11. Sweet. Hello. Oh, hi. I know I'm doing this now. Somebody pointed out in the comments for my first video that I say hello to the enemies. It's like, yeah. That is a thing I do. That's going to hit me because I screwed that up. It's like, if you screw up combat, you deserve to be punished for it. If you miss your dodge, another fragment. No, if you screw up, you deserve to be punished for it. And Darksiders 2 especially didn't do that. It was really hard in the later game especially to die in Darksiders 2. Why do I want to go there? Right, 2 reasons it seems. First of all, because there's a thing over here. Ooh! Shade enhancement. Oop. What do you do? It's weird. This is the second time that I've just socketed a weapon with an enhancement for the first time that I've got a new enhancement. Ooh. Arcane damage plus 7%. Arcane damage reduction. What enemies do arcane damage? Interesting. I don't think I'm going to use it just yet. Oops. Helps if I aim before I throw. And I must remember that you need to actually Oh! You can get fragments. You can get adamantine from that. I've just realised that there's actually a string of these things. Also, there's a zappy boy over there. Whee!
Now I understand why they all want wings so badly.
Go! Right. Woo! Getting close on these, you know. Right. You there. Oh, balls. There's another. Zappy boy, you had every opportunity there. Oh. Ah! Jeez. But I screwed up. I screwed up and I got punished for it. And was it quite a harsh punishment? Yeah. But at this stage in the game, you know, I'm feeling reasonably powerful. And if I didn't feel reasonably powerful, I'd figured that there wasn't enough challenge. Don't think that point actually made as much. Oops. Oh! What did I? Pow! To smash. Is that a? What is that? That is an enemy, but I can hear. Oh. Fail. He doesn't seem to want to come to play. Oh, balls. Oh, now he wants to play. And he's probably going to kill me. There's another one over there as well. You know, I was expecting an early game side area. This is not an early game side area. This is This is I stab you. Yeah, I think you have to hit them with the whip in order to get rid of the... Don't know why I'm tilting my head towards the screen. That's not going to make any difference whatsoever to what I can hear. I was listening out for more Invisiboys. Oh, I've missed things. First of all, I've missed a photocopy and they've all going to die. Another piece of adamantine. So yeah, this is definitely a later game area. I wonder whether the drops scale. So whether those those pieces are the same. Oh, I remember this place. Can you leap over here? Just wondering. Doesn't look like it. Am I supposed to hover back over here? Because if so, it probably wasn't a... Shush. Probably wasn't a good idea to get their attention. Let's just very quickly double check if there's anything else around here that needs grabbing. I think we've... Oh. No, there is, for example, small healing shard just there. And why we didn't get that? No, I think that's the lot. Right. Let's get across this gap. Yeah. Couple of hits for them. Ah. Nah. That's kind of awkward, the fact that the throw gets blocked by even slight inclines. That could be done better. You know, I'm not arguing that the game is perfect. I've had my fair share of salty, gripey moments, but nowhere near as many as in like Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 against some of the harder bosses. The game is a challenge, don't get me wrong, but it's not like horrendously masochistic. Right, let's go and have a chat. I don't know whether you just need to spawn Vulgrim for that to count as your latest checkpoint, or whether you just need to wait for the horse head symbol to show up on the screen. He's still working on this. Ulfan, you're really slow, mate.
What do you need, horseman? All right. Let's
What
see what
does-
I can do for you.
Plus 35% arcane damage, plus 60% arcane damage reduction. Get some more.
Didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier.
Need 6 more. No, 4 more.
Interesting. Good luck to you, Fury.
Now, Vulgrim had... Vulgrim had some that we can buy, so let's go and buy him out of his stock again.
Good eating.
Show me your wares.
An excellent choice.
I wonder if there's a stage where
An excellent choice. As you wish.
I might as well get those. Oh no, what am I doing? I want to buy them from him. Duh. Duh. And then we can put
What
the...
would you take your time? An excellent choice.
An excellent choice.
As you wish.
And then we can feed the rest of him.
Fun for both of us.
Let's get a level up while we're here.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
Let's go for... I think we'll stick with the method that we've been using, the order that we've been using. Where, strength, health, and arcane in that order. Right, Ulthane. What can we upgrade?
What do you think?
Weapon-wise.
Down a mighty horde tower?
Don't have enough pieces yet. Upgrade the mallet one. And I need another couple of fragments to upgrade the lance. Or I could upgrade the chains now. I'll probably hold off. But I will start upgrading the mallet. I'm not entirely sure there's enough point upgrading salvation.
Interesting. Take care. What do you need? All right. Let's see what I can do for you.
I may be wrong. Yeah, so we need one more angelic artifact to increase our evade window.
Some blessings to you, Fury.
The fact that there's something you can do about your evade window if you're finding it difficult is really good, in my opinion. Right.
Good eating.
Greetings.
Please take your time.
South End. Oh, that's the church. Right, we still don't have Stasis Hollow. I'm wondering whether I should put off exploring until we've got all of the options available to us. That might be an idea. Yeah. Let's didn't really want to go back to the Bonelands area because of the frame rate drops that we were experiencing there. But maybe it won't be too bad today. So, we're going after... Gluttony. Yes, we need to go up and over there. Gluttony is our last port of call. Unless we need... Oh, and Pride. But yeah, Gluttony I think is probably going to be our next one. Or actually, maybe I should go and... Should I go see if we can fight Pride? It might be an idea. Didn't we do all this section yesterday? Can't remember. I think we might have done. Yeah, we definitely came round here yesterday. Right. Can't for the life of me remember where this takes us out. Plank, plank. Right, what was through here? I don't remember this bit. Hacky slashy! Oh. Let's get my good weapons on for this. Oh, actually, I don't want to throw that because it'll ricochet. Oh, that didn't work. Where are you? There you go. Oh yeah, you teleport, don't you? Ouch! No! Oh, we can teleport! Oh, what the? Oh, we flew round. Ow. Yeah, got to pull those guys separately. Which is easier said than done. Womp. I love the bass in that. Rom bump. Just get me to do the sound design. I'll make all the sound effects. I don't think that's my calling in life, if I'm honest. Ooh. Getting some frame dips, but hopefully not too many. Really shouldn't be dipping below 30. Because I don't think the game is. I think the game's actually running at 60. But it's proving a little bit taxing on the CPU for OBS at the same time, apparently. Ah, yes, you can change hollows whilst you are. Right. Is there a way? No! Jesus. Aha! I think... What the hell is this?
Good riddance, monster. The talisman. It fled into that underwater cave. We must follow.
Must we?
Yes. Now.
So, the big epic... The big epic Kraken battle that I was expecting was just a little love tap, I suppose. That has amused me. And that's... Okay, I can hear you. Oh, and now we can get back to Vulgrim. Ah, dear. That had tickled me. Okay, that's 40 minutes. I don't know where those 40 minutes have gone. I don't feel like I achieved much of anything in that, except maybe a bit of ranting, which is going to be so far removed from the time that I'm actually recording it by the time this episode comes out. Who knows? Who knows? But that's going to do us for this episode. And tomorrow, it looks like we are going into that underwater cave. What could possibly go wrong? Who is making all that noise? I'm trying to do my outro here. Shut up. Hope you have enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Remember to ring the bell to be notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.